Hey there, Cozy Grovers, and welcome back to another episode of this Let's Play series of Town to City. Grove Tender here. I'm very excited to get stuck into another episode of building and of course coziness with you all. Last time we achieved a few things, including a fresh row of newly built artisan houses, fully kitted out and decorated, with a lovely play park for the younglings of Cosycombe. We also built a second school to help cope with increased demand right on the other side of town, allowing children access to education without the huge commute. Today we're going to do something really special. We are bringing a huge boost of entertainment to the town, in the form of the Cosycombe Village Carnival. We'll unlock and place some new entertainment buildings, as well as building in some familiar favourites too. We'll also likely have to increase our population to help deal with the additional workload. No surprises there. Anyway, be sure to grab a cup of your favourite warm, cosy drink, and let's dive right in. And welcome back to Cosycombe, everybody. We are in the Artisan Quarter today. We're going to do something hopefully really special with this area over here. I noticed during last episode that the leisure percentage of happiness for our artisan residences is only 8% currently. That's quite low. What we're going to do is we are going to bring the carnival Cosycombe. And when I say carnival, I'm using it interchangeably with funfair, and anything to do with rides and stuff. It's an all-encompassing term today. So we're going to do that. We're going to have a fenced-off area here that is going to become our funfair carnival area. So we have a little bit of work to do. We need to add in some paths. We need to remove these rocks. Probably remove all of the trees for now, with the intention of putting them back. And yeah, that's the plan. We're also probably almost certainly going to have to look at our population, as currently it is not very good in terms of available workforce for the stuff that we're about to build. We do have a family that would like leisure buildings nearby, so I'm hoping by building these buildings, that will satisfy that need when we move them in. But I don't want to move them in just yet because they'll be a bit unhappy. I'm going to get rid of this family just because they want public services. We don't currently have that. So we're going to start off with getting rid of the rocks. We have the power. There is quite a few different rocks in here for some reason. I think that is all of them. And we are just going to... We're going to give ourselves a blank canvas, essentially, just so we can see what we're doing with the lay of the land. There we go. That's all of the trees out of the way. And for my own brain as well, I think I would like to make this all green grass. Just for now. That actually might be a bit too green. There we go, that's the colour. Good. Now I think this is going to be a fairly decent size for what we want to do. Now, I have taken a small liberty before this episode, and that is to unlock the merry-go-round and Ferris wheel in advance. So I let the town do its thing for a little bit just to get the points to do this, because you guys don't want to sit there and watch me rack up. I think it was 1,500 research points. It was 800 for one and 700 for the other. I have yet to unlock the funfair fence decoration pack, so that is on the way to being available. So we will do that after. We have a merry-go-round and we have a Ferris wheel. And we, of course, have our other entertainment buildings here. We have 6 to play with now, and I think we can do something nice with those for sure. I'm not actually quite sure on the size of these. Oh, they're fairly big. Oh, that's actually really... I really like that. That is adorable. And the merry-go-round is a little bit smaller, but that's okay. So we have these as well. We can sort of spread them out a little bit. And it might even allow us to leave room for some housing around the outside. What I do want to do is have a look at the town from this way. We're going to get quite a nice view from the carnival too, which is great. But I think with that in mind, the Ferris wheel has to be the thing that's at the highest point, which is just here. So I think we put that just there. See how that fills in. I expect the merry-go-round can go somewhere like here. We might, what I'm going to do as well actually is put in some food stalls as well. Just to, yeah, you're going to want to eat, aren't you, when you go to the carnival. Funfair's coming in. That's good. While that is building, let's think about our pathing. We'll stick with... actually, I wonder if we go plaza up here. What I think would be really nice is to just have the whole area as a plaza. The whole area that we're going to have as a carnival, that is. And to be honest, it's not going to matter too much because when we inevitably upgrade the roads, they all look the same anyway. But for now, that's pretty good. I am going to actually go back over this path just because it's a little bit wonky. And I am by no means a perfectionist. But I am a bit. Yeah, that curve there. Yeah, that's much better. So the Ferris wheel's built. It's going to take 6 labourers to run. Which we will have to bear in mind, of course. I have the merry-go-round here as well. And I wonder actually if we put that maybe here. I might not use all of the plaza space that I've built here. We might not need it all, but I'm thinking some of the food stalls over here for sure. Where are they? Here. We have a poultry stall and a cheese stall. I wonder actually if we should run the path all the way through. And it's not going to let me because I've already built the plaza. That's okay. I could turn off the thing that we turned on last time. Draw over existing paths. Shall I do that? Yeah, I'll do that. So have the path come in right through the center like so. And then down on the other side, cliff. To meet up with this path here. And fear not, we'll cover that over with the road upgrade shortly. That's pretty good. We've got a couple of food stalls there, and then we'll have a couple more on this side of the path. Fruit stall. We can put some decorations in between them as well. Like so. And then of course we have all of our other leisure buildings to put in as well. So we can have a puppet show and a street organ. I wonder actually if we... And let's have a plaza here. Kiosk. Theatre. It might look like I'm putting them down randomly at the moment, but it will make sense, I swear. And we'll put the ball throw there. And the street organ is going to go where I originally thought about putting it, just there. And if we go back to our path, I'm going to just do a little something different this time. And we're going to make it look as though the path goes in where the entertainment is. Like so. And we want after the merry-go-round. And the same just here. Very good. Now we have a lot of buildings that all require people. There's actually zero demand for the kiosk theatre at the moment. That will almost certainly change in time. You can start putting in. Now we're gonna need regular townsfolk for this. So that's something we'll think about later. Towards the end of the episode, we'll look at building a few more townsfolk houses. What I want to do next is grab our funfair fence pack. You can see we have these cool funky fences now. We have the fancy fence and the flag fence, and I've not actually used these in game before, so I'm going to throw them down quickly so we can see what they look like. Whoops. Oh, that is amazing. Look at that. That's great. So here's what I'm thinking. Just remove that quickly. The high fancy fence, I'm thinking we put around the edge of the carnival. I just want to check how this looks actually. Oh yeah, that's going to be perfect. That's going to be perfect. So we're going to outline the entirety of the, I think I said play park a second ago, possibly. I meant the funfair carnival. We're going to outline it with this fancy fence. And I'm just wondering if we can put in these cool flower archways. We'll have multicolored here. Amazing. And on this side. Double amazing. And then I wonder if I can just get that flush there. Good. And we'll do the same this side. Just adding in small curves as we go, just so it's not too uniform. Obviously your playstyle is up to you. For me, I like slight irregularity. Just like you would get in the real world. We'll bring that down to here to finish there. And then I wonder if I can make that slightly more flush as well. Amazing. That's very, very good. Now, what can we do with the... So we have a light fence and a flag fence. I didn't actually see the differences. Let's put I see. So lights might be really nice to put along the path. Interesting. Less. Unless. Hear me out. Do we put them all along this path? Like so. At least for now. We will have to amend those when we potentially put more houses in along here. But I kind of like that a lot. Presumably they're going to come on it when it gets fully night. I think they're coming on. Yes, they are. They are on, I think. I'm going to say they're on. So now we have these lovely lights coming up this path. Do the same coming down this path. And then inside, I'm going to use the flag fencing in some areas. Then we want to go down the other side. And again, we may end up removing some of these to allow for future expansion. But for now, there's absolutely no reason not to do this. And what's becoming clear is this is really going to be a special focal point for the town. I think this is going to look really good, especially once we sort of fill in with some trees and stuff that will buffer noise and light from the residents. Because they don't want that. Now, the flag, I'm wondering if I do something like this. No, I'm not sure I like that. It may be that we don't use them unless we do just a few trailing fence lines to sort of guide people where to go. Oh yeah, that could work. That could work a lot better. I wonder if I run this one down here. And then we get another one. Another one going around there, because what I want to do is put in some seating around here as well. And I think wall it off with trees. I think that's the kind of vibe I'm picturing in my head. On there. And then I think have one going around a little bit of the Ferris wheel. Like so. And I don't think it needs anything more than that, really. It's looking really good so far. Let's think about some outer trees. That is an absolutely enormous tree. Maybe large random trees. Oh, I wonder actually if we should do something like this. It's going to look quite, I suppose, man-made. Like it was intentionally built. And the issue being is I can't get the trees too close to the edge. But it kind of works that there's a little gap. I think that's pretty nice. I'm going to put some bushes in between the trees. Really make it look like it's been purposefully landscaped. A lot of budget would have gone into making this area try and be as with nature as possible, but oftentimes you see these kind of things going a bit over the top, and I kind of want that feel a little bit. I want that feel of, you know, like a little bit of the city life has crept into this cozy village. I think that's nice. I think that's really good. I think we'll fill this area with small trees. Something I've noticed is I have a pretty good PC. But even that is sometimes not chugging, but it does lag a little bit in some of the areas where we have a lot of decoration. But I suppose that's going to happen with a build on this kind of scale. You are going to get a bit of that. That's pretty good. That is, I really like it. You're still going to have a really nice view of the town from the top of this Ferris wheel. Look at that. Lush. In terms of things inside the park, we do need to think about lighting and seating. And I think we'll go with we go with the stone benches or the metal benches? Well, I think the metal benches. I think it's got to be the metal benches. Just gonna put a few seating bits in there, and while I'm thinking about it, we have to put a trusty bollard in the entrance to both sides here, just to control the traffic a little bit. There we go. We have a lot of cash on hand as well, so I'm gonna quickly take a minute to just upgrade the path at least up to the gates, and I think we will end up doing the inside path as well, just to allow businesses to be able to get here, warehouses, sorry, as easily as possible. So we've got a little bit of seating over here. I think we maybe have a little fountain. It's pretty nice. And another bench on the other side, just here. Street lights, I feel like this could be the place for... the triple street light is very big. I wonder if the drooping street lights are probably the better thing to go for. Yes, I think they work better. Put a few of these up. And it will be quite well lit. It is a carnival after all. There'll be quite a lot of lights around, I would say, more so than, you know, on the street. I think that's good enough. Let's put one on top of the fountain if we can. Perfect. It looks a little bit silly, but I'm going to allow it. I'm going to allow for silliness because, you know, it's the carnival after all. It's a fun fair. We'll put a couple of seats over here with a umbrella. And we'll do the same in some of our other gaps also. So I think over here would be another good spot for a couple of benches because you do have the food stalls. Is this too big for a statue, this corner? I don't think so. Although, I think I'd rather put flower pots here. Not flower tables. Oh, we could put some of these down. Just like so. Some seating. I think maybe over here as well, some more seating. And of course an umbrella. We definitely want a sign outside both of the gates telling you the entrance prices. And then I think we'll have one that will be telling you the Ferris wheel times and the merry-go-round times. It would be silly not to have those. And I think as well, we should probably have some flags throughout. Although I wonder... Got quite a lot going on the paths, that's the only thing. I think every so often we'll have a flag on a corner, like so. It's pretty good. There we are. This is really starting to come together now. The only downside is all of the flashing icons telling me that I need workers. But we will, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I wonder if we should have... Oh, I wonder if we could have some small tables as well. Some little chairs. People to... They can sit down and, you know, eat their food, drink their drinks, enjoy the atmosphere. There we go. What else? Oh, we do have a small statue. I kind of think that might be better placed here. Let's get rid of these four. Put this statue up. And... that's better. That's much better. I'm much happier with that. And this looks great. But we need workers. So with that, we need to think about where they're going to live. And I'm picturing probably here is going to be the route that we take. Take our path. Let's turn off draw over existing paths. And think about starting to have a row of... Ooh, I've overestimated the amount of space here. I wanted to have a row of houses going up the... Oh yes, we can do it, we can do it. These are going to start to be more spread out again though. We're leaving the hustle and bustle of the city. We have a nice long neighbourhood of houses here. Pathwise, I want it to curve and run along here. Like so. I'm going to be quite unhappy to start with. Just because a lot of them are going to be away from the shops and stuff. And that's because we haven't put anyone to work in these shops yet. Whether it will be enough to satisfy them, that is another question. I think at the moment, our nearest shop over here is a clothing store. We have a barber, and you can see none of it is reaching over here. We've kind of stretched the limits of what can be reached. However, I'm hoping with a little bit of upgrade magic to these paths, we can get some things going for them once we start moving in people. They may be briefly unhappy. See, we're getting a 14% here. That's pretty good. We can finally move them in. And I suppose we could move... We still have some artisan houses we need to fill. And this isn't reaching where I thought it was going to reach. Which is a shame. I wonder if I can slightly bodge that by putting in another path. It goes just straight across here. And just like that, everyone is much, much happier. So it may be that no, I will leave that open there as well. But that's good. It's just finding those workarounds to make people a lot happier. We may as well start filling up these as best we can. I see now that we are completely out of workers. We are going to need a warehouse close by as well. This one's a little bit far for what we need. And oh, actually, we could put some workers into this warehouse, but I think it would be more beneficial to have a warehouse built over here. So that is what we will do. And I think we could claim that it's part of the carnival. So it would be fairly close by, just here. This is all going to be covered by trees soon anyway. Let that fill in, and on that subject we will start putting in trees. Start covering some of this up from the view of the residents. However, they should be aware that this is here as they're moving in after it's been built. We've got 2 artisans there now, but this one's still unhappy. Right, this one's no longer unhappy. I imagine it's purely the distance from the station now that we're just going to need more and more people. Move in a couple of workers here. That's made everyone quite a bit happier down here. We will have to keep moving in people as we go. Ferris wheel needs a lot of workers. The only thing. Ferris wheel and the merry-go-round, in fact. They both need a lot of workers. Our train is going to be bringing some more families. Yeah, it's coming in there. And you can see people are already starting to flock over to the... I forget the word for it now. I'm recording this much later than I normally would, and a day early. I'm trying to get ahead of it, so apologies. My brain is turning to mush. Let's move in. Let's move... I'm going to have to move you in up here. And you all may have to actually turn into 2-story houses. Just help us deal. While we're waiting for more workers, let's do what we do best. And do a bit of landscaping. Now I'm going to put tiny nature space here. In the form of just a couple of bits, a couple of seats people can enjoy outside of the carnival for a bit of extra peace and quiet. I think they'll be happy with that. And that kind of blocks out some of the noise that will be coming from these. Let's move in some of our regular workers. Don't think we have any houses near Houseware Shop. We're going to politely ask you to vacate the premises. Thank you. So we need 6 in there. we only need 1 in the kiosk, so I'm going to do that. And I think we need 3 in all of these. We do. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. We are getting there now. Don't have enough workers at the warehouse down here now. Because that is technically slightly closer than this warehouse. I see. I see what's happened. That's okay though. Continue with our blocking off of the back. These are going to be a little bit closer together than the front, just for added peace for all of our residents. But they are going to be the same tree. It's going to be quite uniform. Again, it's going to have that slightly more man-made appeal, but that really makes it nice inside here. I really like that. It's very nicely enclosed. That is perfect. We don't need a farmer, so I'm going to ask you to leave. Thank you, sir. I'm going to move you in, though. And we're going to put you straight in the warehouse down here. We are on the way to... We're going to need 12, 14 more workers. I don't know if we can actually get that from the houses we've built so far. What I have done is kept the houses the same and what's the word, uniform, because these will have been purposely built for the workers of the carnival. So they would have been a batch job. Nothing especially fancy about them. Like the again, this may be a country specific thing, but a lot of the new build houses in the UK follow a very uniform look and feel, and it's pretty much this, and it is unfortunate, but it does happen. It does happen. We're going to make this a little bit of a cul-de-sac. Have some houses on the other side as well, which will back on to the... Oh, I didn't want to do that there. I wanted to leave a little bit of a grassy circle, and hopefully we'll fit some houses here. They'll be very close to the carnival. That will be the carnival manager's house. That's what they get for managing the carnival. Build some little paths to these houses. And what I'd like to do before we finish is get enough workers in the carnival working away. So start getting you all in ASAP. We are going to go back, like I said, on this fence just a tad. And build the path around here to link up with our cul-de-sac. And of course, upgrade it at the same time. Go. Everyone's happy about that. That's good. Upgrade our houses there. We are actually, I think, very close to unlocking the 3rd story of houses as well. Which is something we can do in a later episode. And I don't think I have anywhere for you at all. We could gain an artisan here, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to send you away. Sorry. Unfortunately, we can only put townsfolk in all of these, so I wonder if we can move around some artisans from over here. That's all got regular workers, so... Oh, that only takes regular workers, that's fine. What we can do here is take out 2 townsfolk, put in 2 artisans, Now we have 6. Oh, a little bit of stuttering. So we have enough to fill up the entire Ferris wheel. I'm going to do that. Then hopefully the last ones we move in here. We want someone surrounded by nature decorations. So I think if we move one of these families, this should have a +20. Yes, it does. This one wants decorated walls and windows. Well, we know what we can do about that. I will be going through in another episode and decorating these houses much more fully. But in the meantime, I'm going to make this a nature house. It wants all of the walls and windows decorated, or as much as possible. I think we can do some of these. Yep. On the other side. And do some flowers on here as well. And that should make him very happy, or them I should say. I desire a single floor house, and I can't quite do that, unfortunately. But I do have a family that would like to be near leisure buildings, so I think we have one here. Yep. We'll move out these guys. We'll move in those guys there. And with that, we've created more problems. But we have 6 labourers to go into the Ferris wheel. So now our leisure has gone from 8% up to 17%, which is fantastic. We have generated a slight requirement for a couple of labourers over here, and I imagine around the town as well. And some of our researchers have gone to sleep. I'm going to pinch them. Put one in here. One in here. And we have a single labourer currently. We haven't maxed out on research, but for the sake of balancing the town at the end of the episode, there we go. We have this lovely corner developing over here. The houses need to be fully decorated, fenced off, so they have their own gardens. And a little bit more added in done here, which we will do next time. But there we go. The Cosycombe Carnival has come to town. And what a carnival it is. That looks really good. The only other thing we need to do is take a picture. And I think that is a pretty good angle. Really nice colours. That is perfect. So there we go. Please do let me know what you guys think of this latest build. Drop it in the comments below. I love hearing feedback, suggestions, and what you guys are working on too in Town to City. Let me know. Yeah, other than that, catch you in the next episode. Stay cozy, friends.